special bonus segment for you. Allow me to explain why. We have a lot of people moving to Florida right now. Yes, we're talking about real estate, but where do you work if you've moved here? Or if you're an employer, who do you hire? Who do you trust to hire? Now, Michaela, you and I may have hired this next company for real very recently. They did a great job for us.
Oh, they did the best job ever.
I'm joined by Trova. Tim Lesnick is here. How are you, Tim? Good to see you.
Doing well.
What do you do with Trova exactly?
So we're a recruitment firm. Our firm specializes in placing people in positions, either contract, full-time, part-time, depending on what a customer situation is. They can either hire from us and become your employee on your payroll, or we can keep them on our payroll, which we call a consultant, or the old school term might be headhunting for the full-time placement, or staffing for when they're our employee and stay on our payroll before you guys take them on as your own.
I've owned my own business for 18 years now, and I had never hired a company like you to staff. I just hadn't. I don't know why I have not, but what a pleasurable experience it was working for you. And the candidates that you brought to us are all absolutely fantastic. How do you do such a great job at this?
I think the biggest thing is my partner and I, we've been doing it for over 20 years. We have 2 decades in the business each, and then the rest of our team is also very tenured, right? And so for 17 years in the Florida market, we're right here in Winter Park, but we have a national reach. I say this to my clients, between the 4 main people that have started and are part of Trova, we have over 70,000 first-level contacts through our different social media and LinkedIn's and such. So, like with your guys' experience, I sent 5 people that we knew from our network, and a couple of the people that you hired I had met 12, 13 years ago, right? And so the conventional recruiting activity of an internal search firm or some of the more, larger firms might be to go on Indeed and post ads, which some of that stuff does work at the same time. But I think our specialty is the breadth and depth of relationships over many years. And I literally can say that some of these people are actual friends or people that I know intimately. And that's why the hire works out, because if you hire a stranger off the street, they can just disappear. And they're like, hey, it didn't work out necessarily here. But if they say no when we've been through the process, there might be 6 people that I know. And I might say, hey, Janet didn't work out. And then I'm like, why didn't she work out? And I could call 6 or 7 other people that had been involved in the process. And she doesn't burn that many bridges. I think it's kind of a unique value proposition that once you're involved in the community and really know these people, there's a confidence in delivering that to a customer.
A lot of business owners watching at home, but a lot of business owners have been on this show as well who have always just done the LinkedIn or Indeed, done it themselves, and they're frustrated because it has been a challenging time the last couple of years. Is there a size of business that is too big or too small for you to work with?
No, we do from startup to, to Fortune 100. I have some of the biggest consulting firms in the world that actually use us and then turn us over and use for their customers, right? So we're actually even subcontract in those situations where they're hiring from us and then putting them out for customers. And then I had a customer that was a one-man shop who hired 12 people from me to do different projects. 6 of them were consultants, 6 of them were full-time people, and that was the basis of his business. He never wanted to have full-time employees of his own. I should say too that we're specialized in the professional services industry. So we do everything from, say, reception or an administrative hire all the way up to the CEO. So technology, IT focused folks are our biggest brand. Probably half of what we do are IT, because that tends to be the hardest for a lot of people to understand, hardest to evaluate. And then we do accounting and finance, handle operations, sales and marketing, like we worked with you guys on. And I always tell folks, if you're not sure, we're still a good place to go. I can give advice. My biggest thing is to invest in the customer, help them consult on where they're going. It's not a transactional relationship, right? That's the key difference.
I would recommend you to anyone. Like I told you in an email the other night, I would recommend you to Tim. Great to see you. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
We will call them every time, right?
Every time. They're the best.
It was absolutely amazing.